let's put this in the context. This guy, so like when he has to repair, he's not a guy to call somebody. He's hitting them up to like he's gonna be the fixer. So if you're that guy, why not be the landlord? I don't know. So like it was kind of confused me. Alpha, have you given up on humanity? Is that what you're telling us? I mean, they're not your roommate, bro. They're not your roommate. They're not your roommate. Oh my God. Somebody just came in swinging at Alpha right now. Someone just came in swinging at Alpha. Okay, we have a landlord in the building. Give him the reason of why he made the good decision and why he made a bad decision doing this. Like if he's not into it, we don't have to give their actual where you work. Don't reveal that, please. Yeah, don't reveal that, please. No. What do you? This is on the stream. Like I said, we're known for admitting losses. We're known for taking L's over here. You know how it is. Like that's what we're known for. We're the L stream. He's a statistician. Alpha's got the board up, everybody. Alpha's got the board up. Hey, my band's boy from every casino, and he told me the same thing. And hey, invite him on the stream. You know, we're big time players over here. Make your eraser bigger, bro. Make your eraser bigger. All right, guys. All right, that was a good little rapid fire. We got in the building right now. We got the one and only Alpha. We got Mike G in the building. Got Ole Do It in the building. Soul, AZ, and our boy Truly Gangster, who's we don't know what, I don't know what, if he wants to reveal his name. You know, right now we all have kind of aliases on the stream. So if anybody wants to give a quick little 5-second, 2-second, if not, don't worry about it. Little intro. I didn't want to dox you without you saying your geo, blah blah. Yeah, exactly. It's what we're about here. Alpha Wednesdays, a lot of big time players on the call right now. All right, we're gonna drop the disclaimer really quick, guys. You know, we just Alpha Wednesdays in the building. You know, we're here every Wednesday. We got 4 more episodes after this for the rest of the season. Here, we're going to drop a disclaimer real quick.
Welcome to Alpha Wednesdays. Our discussions are purely for fun and learning. No claims, no exposés. Just spirited dialogue for your entertainment. Enjoy the show.
That was Alpha Bot version 2, bro. It's so much better. Version 2s, we're there. You know, we're almost there. Yesterday it sounded a lot better. Alpha, if you're streaming any games, I'll put it on the screen. If not, we'll digress. Don't worry about what we'll do right now, guys. If you guys see on the screen, we have the main showrunner tonight, and there might be people coming on and off. So if they want to come, they can give their take on this. That's not so political. It's not so like informative. This is kind of like, kind of a personal. The question. Go ahead, man. It's your show, I guess. Fuck it. Go ahead. Might as well just. Here he comes. Here he comes. Now he's trying to get us to the coin. What coin do you got for us, bro? Just send us the coin. I'll put it on the screen. This guy. Go ahead. Hang on. Everyone, somebody check the fucking stream. How come nobody checked the fucking stream, bro?
Check your own stream, bro.
It's your stream.
Fucking Rattlesnake, that's your fucking job, bro. What the fuck, man? I don't think the audio was going.
Bro, you gotta figure your audio.
What are you passing the buck for? It's your fucking stream.
It's your stream.
I'm gonna fucking snap on Rattlesnake. I'm gonna fucking snap on Rattlesnake.
Who's Rattlesnake?
Hang on. I'm gonna make sure that it's whatever, man.
Every fucking time.
But back to what I was saying, if crypto's become so mainstream now, if you look at the overall market cap of crypto, I mean, it's still minuscule, right? Like, there's Fortune 500 companies that are, have a market cap that's over the entire.
You can't compare.
But, hey, let me finish, bro.
Speculative vehicles to the fucking Fortune.
I'm not talking speculative vehicles. If you look,
they are though.
The majority, but there are cryptocurrencies that are not speculative, and eventually it won't be speculative. So it's
Bitcoin. One is not speculative.
Listen,
Bitcoin.
bro. Hey, mute him.
All right, go ahead. No, don't. Go.
They're literally laying the groundwork, and all you got to do is pay attention. The CEO of BlackRock literally went up in front of a conference of a bunch of people and basically tells you how they're planning on investing for the future. So, I mean, it's all about riding the wave. Certain waves stick, certain don't. I mean, the NFT wave, if you got in and out at a good time, you did well. If not, you got cracked. But RWAs, real world assets, is going to be the next big thing. It's going to be multi-billion dollars, $1 trillion. And the CEO of BlackRock is literally telling people that's the way that BlackRock's going to go. If you look at the on-chain data, man, you have these large entities out here.
Hold on, Matt. What did you say? What assets?
Real world asset. Isn't that like a house or a car?
RWAs. So like, all right, say you're like, all right, listen, man, I want to invest in this bottle of wine. This bottle of wine is somewhere in the cellar.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's somewhere in the cellar.
Who drinks the bottle of wine then? Like,
I'm not talking about, dude. It's an investment vehicle.
You mean fractional shares of like actual objects? So I could buy fractional share in a yacht.
Dude, it could be fractional or it could be whole shares. It depends on how BlackRock and Vanguard, once they come around and stop trying to gatekeep. But there's going to be so much money flowing into this. Imagine if you're a major investor and you're like, hey, I want to buy, a rare part of a rare supercar that's going to appreciate in value, you can do that, and it's 100% traceable instantly. You can tell exactly who owns it, exactly what company owns it, what they bought it for. There's going to be no need to lie to shareholders. It's all going to be right there on chain, and you're going to be able to see it. There's so much stuff that happens behind the scenes now. Eventually, it's all going to be brought to light, and it's all on chain data. I mean, we can see exactly how many Bitcoin, or when the government is transferring, millions of dollars of Bitcoin, we can see when they do it, what wallet they transfer to.
I know. I heard this spiel in the last crypto bull run. I'm like,
Hey, I have a question really quick about this too. Hey, didn't everybody get the fucking the memo of the showrunners today? And isn't it that if you want to add something, just let me know, I'll throw it in there? I don't think anybody added crypto or altcoins or any of that. I don't know what the hell. Go ahead, finish the
Honestly,
floor.
this is like the dynamic version of the conversation. Like if we come to a lull where we need something to talk about, then you can whip them out. But I think getting the people to talk about the shit they actually want to talk about is probably better.
Well, honestly, though, that
better
comes down
idea.
to the host. The host has to guide the conversation.
Yeah,
so-
but I sent everybody the docket early this week. I sent it early for a fucking
Hey,
reason.
I don't want to honestly a lot of these topics that you sent are not super interesting to me. So if somebody's passionate about talking about something else, then that's fine too.
Yeah, but Abe needs us to talk about those topics for the algorithm. Like he needs us to pick up talking about Shogun because it just came out. Like, you know what I mean?
It doesn't
All right,
matter.
let me just say one more
bro?
thing, and then I'm about to be quiet. If you look at the disclosed purchases of a lot of Congress members, the Bitcoin ETF was pushed through. We're starting to see a lot of ETF purchases come through, or Ethereum purchases be disclosed. Ethereum ETF is going to be next, so do with that what you want. But
Okay,
it's just a
all
matter
right.
of time.
Are we to just get to the point? I don't think you have to convince anybody that to invest in crypto, but convince us, what should we put the money in? What should we put the money into? Like, what's the play?
And keep it simple, Ola. Don't give us like this runaround answer.
This guy's
like,
he went straight crypto head on us. He went straight crypto head.
Listen, I don't tell people what to invest in, bro, because I would feel really bad if somebody got cracked. Like,
What are you investing in?
what am I investing in? I'm probably in about like 10 different coins right now.
Yeah, but what keeps you up at night with excitement?
Nothing. I'm ready to lose it all. I don't even
But you have like no hope.
You're not excited about any of them?
I try to attach no emotion to it. That way, like it's all denominated to me in Bitcoin.
All right,
You care. You have some coins you care about.
I mean, I obviously have my Bitcoin. I have Ethereum. I have Solana. I have.
Give us the low key one, bro. Everybody know. Give us the stuff that we can hit a lottery on.
I mean, dude, it's honestly such a crapshoot. Like if you want to look, in my opinion, financial advice, like if you're looking for 5 to 10% gains, just look at the most popular coins, like in the top like 30 to 100 by market cap.
If you're looking for 5 to 10% gains, just invest in your 401 fucking.
No, I said my bad, 5 to 10x, 5 to 10 times.
Oh, I was about to say, bro, like okay. There's no downside to that, basically.
Yeah, 5 to 10 times. I mean, look for anything that's in the top 30 to 100 that did not peak the last bull cycle. That's a new coin. Injective's a new one. Render's a new one. I mean, there's a bunch out there. Shit, what the hell else am I in? I'd have to look at my portfolio.
You need some like kind of like crypto been around the block type of knowledge. So like no, like yo, this is just like a very temporary mooning phase, and then you should probably sell it the second it does it, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
you shouldn't just sit back and be like, oh my god, I'm rich, and then watch it all crash down like.
The other thing is
15 seconds later.
There's definitely unit bias, right? Like when people were buying like Dogecoin or Dogecoin, whatever you want to call it, they're like, oh, I have 20 billion of them. But when you look at the market cap, like the market cap is completely out of control. So
yeah, people can't do basic math.
Right, people can't do basic math 100%. So I mean, you got to look at the market caps, and there's actually there's a bunch of cool websites out there. Like it's called marketcapof.com, and you can compare coins you think might want to invest in, and compare them to current coins, all-time highs, and it will give you prices. But you got to look at emissions too. I mean, some coins they're not deflationary like Bitcoin is, so they might be inflationary coins. So, essentially, okay, the market cap might stay what it is, but you need constant influx of dollars to keep your portfolio where it's at. But I think AI
isn't really the only advantage of crypto is that it's like deflationary nature, honestly, fundamentally speaking, right?
Deflationary and everything's on chain. I mean, everything is completely traceable, even if you try to put it in these like Tornado and these mixers and stuff. I mean, you will always be able to trace stolen Bitcoin back to the person that stole it.
I think you like to study Bitcoin and crypto, but I don't think you actually invest in it. I think you just like to have the information about it.
I do a little of both, bro. Like I don't really research as much as I have.
Are you accusing Ola Dewitt of being a window shopper?
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. I think this guy reads every article and studies crypto very well, but like I don't think you're actually, putting your money in it.
No, bro, I definitely put my money in it. Not as much as I used to, but yeah, I mean, at this point, like, if you're not a whole coiner, most of the people won't be whole coiners. I mean, I think we're going to hit somewhere like 100, 150K for this next bull run. And I mean, maybe it'll drop down to like 60, 70K again. But I mean, when you look at like,
you're describing that graph we saw earlier.
Yeah, man, the cycles are super predictable. Like, it's been 3 cycles. If you think history rhymes, like, why not take a risk?
Well, you just have to wait for this. So I think my theory on the Bitcoin stuff is that you have to wait for the next generation of suckers to be born. So
100%.
So like basically like people get money from Bitcoin and they get burnt.
Yeah.
And then they don't want to invest in it anymore. Or they move on to the next thing, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then you gotta wait for the next like pie in the sky like group of people to be like, all right, yeah, I'm ready to get this bread, etc. For them to like go all in on it and then to like gas each other up, and then that's when
the younger generation come up too. Because when you look at polls, the younger generation, if you ask them like, hey, do you want to buy crypto, Bitcoin, or you want S&P 500? They're like, man, F the S&P 500. Like, I'm trying to retire now. So I feel like as these generations keep coming up, it's going to trend more and more towards crypto. But yeah, you definitely need a new generation of exit liquidity. That's for sure. For each cycle, but like every 4 years, dude. I mean, it's there.
The chat's asking about they want to know about penny stocks.
What about them?
I don't get involved. I don't mess with penny stocks. If I'm gonna lose all my money,
even worse than crypto. Honestly.
Yeah, it's the same shit.
I think they're trolling you.
They control all they want, man. The profits speak for themselves, bro.
All right, well,
what you don't have to understand. Say
Checkmate.
Solana, for example, it went down to $8 and it pumped up to like $220 within a couple of years. If you stake that Solana, it's deflationary. You're getting 7% on something that just 20x'd and is just sitting there. You're doing nothing. So, I mean, but it's a risk. It's a risk you got to take. But people think, oh, your crypto's just sitting there. I mean, a lot of these deflationary cryptos, you can stake them and, get a return on your investment to kind of hedge some of those fluctuations.
I mean, when you stake, don't you like expose yourself though to like catastrophic drops?
Even more.
Certain coins.
If you do the homework, you can make money anyway. But who's doing the homework? Who really knows their shit?
You got to do your homework on how they stake them because certain coins have a lot.
There's no homework. There's no homework that can be done on this crap, bro.
Yeah,
no,
there is. There is homework. The homework is we have
you think there's people
up.
who get 100x returns, they don't do their homework? If there's no homework involved, we would all be crypto billionaires.
Yeah.
People spend their entire lives studying this shit.
But like if you
studying crypto, I mean, this stuff is it's so random that like, how can you say that you can do your homework? Like, let's say for example, okay, let me paint a scenario.
Bro, you don't know anything about crypto. That's just a fact. Okay. You're even saying that.
Okay, yeah,
you just don't know anything about it. So you need to do some homework.
Keep believing that. Anyway, so let's say that you stake. Let's say you stake like some random X altcoin, okay, and then it's the greatest altcoin of all time, okay. Then for whatever reason, some Bitcoin exchange gets hacked, and then it fucking crashes like 50%. It takes all the altcoins with it.
That's good.
Like, what homework do you do? How do you hedge against that? It's just like
I can answer that.
Alpha, you're presenting a hypothetical that's never happened again. That's never happened.
No.
Are you on crack that fucking exchange crashes and then takes out the market
via a Bitcoin hack?
Let me respond to this, man. First and foremost, once you get more than like $1,000 in crypto net worth, you don't store anything on chain. You store it all in cold storage. You get a ledger or a Trezor or a paper wallet. Nobody can touch it. Like you're
way. You're misunderstanding my question. You're misunderstanding.
Okay, so you're saying
I understand. Yeah, you put it in cold storage once you've accumulated enough money, right? Like, yeah, you're not gonna keep $30,000 on an exchange,
right? But you're saying
unless you're rich,
$1,000, $30K, that ain't shit. You don't need to put that in cold storage.
Okay, probably Absolutely. Not to you, but to us mere mortals, yeah, you should probably do that. I don't know. So what I'm saying is like, let's say that if you have altcoin X and it's like the greatest product ever, it like fucking I don't know, like it sucks your dick, okay? And then you can stake it too, right? Now it's staked, like you're making some income off of it. It's an altcoin. Bitcoin, some Bitcoin exchange, or let's say Bitcoin. It's not even focused on the exchange, so for lack of, so that doesn't confuse anybody. Let's say Bitcoin tanks like fucking 50% in like a week, and then and you already know that when Bitcoin tanks, altcoins fucking catastrophically crash.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Like they crash at a rate that's even faster than Bitcoin. So like, what do you do then? Like you can't predict that. Like it had nothing to do with your product, which is this altcoin X that sucks your dick for you. But another product was able to affect it, like the big daddy Bitcoin was able to crash and take everything down with it. Like how do you hedge for that? Like there's just so many moving pieces in the crypto market versus like stock X or industry X. You know what I mean? Like if like I don't know if like fucking what's the name of that bicycle company that's also a tech company? Peloton. If Peloton crashes, it doesn't mean it takes down like fucking Nvidia with it. You know what I'm saying?
Right, but if Nvidia crashes, it's going to take down the whole S&P 500. And like in your example, Nvidia is Bitcoin. So like that big or FANG, Nvidia, whatever you want to say, when those go down, the whole market goes down. So it's actually very similar.
Yeah, and it will stabilize. You're talking about the current financial market is like, we're talking about a very efficient market, right? Like huge market cap, a lot of players, very well regulated, versus crypto, which is an extremely inefficient market, which is why the wins and losses are so large. So how do you hedge against that? One, you don't put all your money into it. Two, you can set price alerts. You can set bots to sell for you. I mean, you can short it just like you can stocks. I mean, so there's ways to hedge against it. But if you're like,
you can do that, but like remember though, like somebody has to be on the receiving end of that order. Like what if nobody wants to buy at whatever you're offering? You know what I'm saying? Like you put the sell order in, but nobody wants to buy
then
it.
that means you're going to do your job and look
crashing.
at the liquidity. Like you can see the liquidity, you can see the exact liquidity down to like the penny for a lot of these coins. I mean, like I said, it's all on chain. So if you buy a coin and you're like up $200 million and there's only $50,000 in liquidity, you're screwed. So I mean, you got to
go back to AZ's little Nvidia crashing, taking down S&P. If Nvidia crashes, there's going to be a very good reason for why Nvidia crashes. If Bitcoin crashes, like nobody fucking knows why it crashed a lot of the time.
But doesn't it follow the stock market trend too?
It's so
doesn't it follow the stock market trend? Most of the time when the stocks drop, Bitcoin will drop. It's never like the opposite. It always follows the market when it's all said and done.
Not every time.
No, not really.
Kind of decoupled, like, and I think that it'll get more common.
I mean, look at the gains. Like, what's the S&P or Nasdaq versus Bitcoin gains in the past 6 months?
Like, if you were just to lay it out on paper, why would you not invest in Bitcoin? There's 21 million of them. It's deflationary on a schedule that everybody knows.
I mean, Bitcoin's gone up 86% in the past 6 months versus like versus the Nasdaq, which is probably like fucking 12. Right.
Right. I mean, over the past 5 years, it's the best investment that you could have made.
You're pointing out Bitcoin versus the entire S&P. It's entirely different.
I know, but we're arguing that it's decoupled from the S&P's gains.
Right. But you can't compare them apples to apples. The gain on Bitcoin versus the entire S&P, because the S&P is made up of 500 or whatever Bitcoins, and you're comparing it to one stock. I know, but the
argument is that it's reflective of the entire crypto industry, and like I'm not the one making the comparison. That like I don't view crypto as a replacement for the stock market. I just don't. But like I'm saying that OLED is.
I think you should always hold some crypto in your portfolio. That the smartest minds in the world have said that. A small percentage.
I mean, it's going to be the point where, you got like, I mean, now we have these, big legacy companies that have these spot ETFs for Bitcoin. But like, it's going to get to the point where, your grandma walks into, I don't know, Schwab, and they're like, all right, we recommend putting 2% of your net worth into Bitcoin. It's just like gold, but it's digital, blah, 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 blah. And they're just going to say, yeah, okay, go ahead and do it. And I mean, if you believe in math, stats, you also have to believe in the human nature that we want things that are limited and things where you don't make more of. I mean, that's Bitcoin. So why not?
We're just talking about volatility here. What's the practical use of Bitcoin? There's countries in the world where their currency can go to zero. If you hold Bitcoin, it's not going to fluctuate as much as your local currency. There's a true value to Bitcoin. That's a reason.
Yeah, but in those countries, you know what they use instead of their own currency? U.S. dollars. No, U.S. dollars. They use U.S. dollars.
Bro, they're constantly.
But that doesn't work. It
does work. Is it the best solution? No, it's not the best solution, but it works. I mean,
you're gonna compare something that's by nature inflationary.
U.S. dollar is ass, bro.
One guy can just say, "Yep."
Yeah, but hey, it's liquid. it's liquid and it's like, you know, people want it. You know, institutions want it at the end of the day. Like, it's like something everybody's always gonna take $1. It's like the fucking base value of all transactions.
I mean,
whether
people
you like it or
definitely
not,
want it, yeah.
whether you think it's stupid or not, like, you know. But most people are gonna take $1 before they're gonna take the same amount of wealth in dollars before they take a Bitcoin. Most people. Okay.
But a smart person would take
I
Bitcoin.
mean, I feel like that's a really general statement. I don't necessarily agree with that.
I mean, do most people get their paychecks in Bitcoin or in cash, like dollars?
I mean, that's not.
Bro, most people don't even invest.
Yeah, that doesn't even make sense.
Some NFL players took their
exactly. Most people don't invest.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Most people.
Some
dude.
NFL players
Odell did that.
Odell took his
He got fucked.
his check.
I bet you he's not doing.
it.
I bet you he's not doing that no more.
But he bounced back from that though. It went down. And I'm guaranteed he's up on it now.
I'm sure he is.
I think he's back to
All
even.
time high. It's literally impossible for you not to be unless you bought like fucking yesterday.
Exactly. That. I mean, if you look at everything from that standpoint, we can buy everything, and it doesn't matter what it does. It'll eventually go up if you.
I believe like Bitcoin is going to be like $1 million.
I agree.
10 years,
I
right?
totally agree.
I honestly only think that the price of it is going to ever go up.
Yes, because there's only
right?
so many. It's just a fact.
Exactly.
Supply and demand. It's a fact.
I mean, but that said, like, it's still volatile, and in between all that, you're probably going to get fucking wiped out at some
The best
point.
thing to do with Bitcoin is buy it, put it in an account, and never look at it ever again. That's how you
Yep.
make money in Bitcoin.
Yep, and nobody can take it. I mean, if your Bitcoin's in cold storage and you have your seed phrase memorized, nobody can take that money from you. I mean, nobody can take that Bitcoin from you, aside from like tying you up and torturing you and literally trying to get it out of you. I mean, it's yours forever.
Hey guys, I got a question.
Go
My name is
ahead.
Steve. I'm from Houston. I invest purely hard assets, real estate. And it's like I've had a lot of friends, like especially during COVID, I had a lot of friends that are like jumping into the market and like trying to day trade, investing, buying this and that. And I mean, equities are one thing, but then you guys are talking about a whole nother level. It's just like I still don't understand.
Victor, stay in real estate.
Cryptocurrency, like I don't get it. I don't get what it's backed by. I don't get the underlying asset. So it's always hard for me to try to jump into something like that.
Let me ask you an abstract question. I'm going to ask you an abstract question, thinking exercise. I like to ask this one. What's the US dollar backed by? It's off the gold standard.
It's backed by the U.S. military, and the U.S. military.
Okay, but what is the U.S. military though?
It's backed by the U.S. military complex, which is backed by.
It's a community though. You need motherfuckers that are willing to fight, right? For an idea.
Well, it's backed by the dollar. The U.S. military is backed by the dollar.
No, now you're being circular because I asked you, what's the U.S. dollar backed by?
That's
you gotta
what
tell me it's the military. But yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you. It's the U.S. military, right? But what is the U.S. military at the end of the day? And also, it's not just the U.S. military, but it's like
the Federal Reserve. It's backed by the Federal Reserve, guys.
No, it's not. That's who backs it. Again, circular logic, right? They make the dollars. They don't back it.
It's not backed.
Well, it's backed in an abstract sense.
Okay,
by,
so
not the American brand, right?
I have a question.
That's every national currency, though. You can make that argument for every national currency. I mean, every major country has quantitative easing. Everybody's printing. So, I mean, when it's complete opposites. Okay.
It's backed by the U.S. government and the fact that we're the fucking best and we get credit from everybody in the world because they want to lend to us. That's why our dollar's worth anything, because they believe in America, and that's not going to hold. That's the only reason you give anybody credit is because you think you're going to get fucking paid back.
Pretty much, right? Because they have the biggest military. They have the strongest economy for the most part. Like,
we're known, we pay our notes. That's why we exist. That's why we have, how many trillion in debt are we? And we can get more whenever we want it.
That's a horrible way to function, though. I mean, we're literally going towards a scenario where we're not going to be able to pay the interest on our national debt. I mean,
who's going to make us pay?
Bro, but that's the thing. We just go get more. That's how banks operate.
You and what army are going to make us pay?
Nobody's going to make you pay, but you're going to go to the grocery store and you're going to buy, a loaf of bread for $150. I mean, that's how it's going to go.
Or you buy Bitcoin and you curve all inflation.
Or you buy Bitcoin. But it's crazy. Like Ledger Wallet, people that bought Ledger Wallets through their website, they got hacked and people were able to basically find out who had what. And people were getting death threats and it was getting really crazy.
Yeah, and also you guys are mistaken. Most of these guys, it's very easy to rob somebody for their crypto, and you got to do straight gangster. You got to pull up to them. You got to all right, unload your wallet. We're about to murk you, and that's what they'll do. And most people, if you have all your stuff on a chain or where you access to all your money and you can pull it immediately, there's a lot of people who go abroad or go in Europe were traveling and stuff, and they got rocked for all their stuff. So
No, dude, that's true.
Do you think somebody's gonna run up on you and say like, open up your Coinbase right now?
yeah,
No, here's what
if
was happening.
you're in Miami
Remember
stunting
when
on
they
lows,
do that with anything else.
You're in Miami
No,
stunting.
remember when
No,
NFTs
you
were going
can't. You
crazy?
can't go and say unload your entire bank account. Let me get all your money. You can't get that fast. It doesn't work
And
like
they'll
that.
never find you because remember when NFTs were going crazy, API Club, all the celebrities were buying and whatnot. People were wearing these BAYC hoodies around, and people were like following them home and like pulling up on them, like pulling into their house with their families. Like, hey, I saw that hoodie. I know you have a $200,000 NFT. Send it to my wallet right now, or it's gonna be over. So people like really had to step back last cycle and be like, wait a minute, this is actually a little more dangerous than I thought.
Yeah, honestly,
Crypto
having a lot
caution.
of money in crypto or on a chain makes you a target because somebody can easily, all they need is some numbers and letters and they get your whole net worth versus you just can't like, and it's untraceable versus like can't empty
Business
someone's
call,
bank
business,
account. It's
business.
traceable.
Dave's mom's calling.
Well, this spawned from a question. I think the answer to the question is we don't fucking know. If you're not comfortable with crypto, don't buy it.
Really, the only thing I think that could shut crypto down is the U.S. government. I mean, they see they're kind of losing
How?
control. If you look at the lawsuits that they filed, they're
I know,
Binance.
but crypto is always going to exist. In, like, let's say Bitcoin, for example.
Yeah,
As long as there's internet, there's always going to
yeah,
be
but
Bitcoin.
there will be clean Bitcoin and dirty Bitcoin. Whereas they might say, all right, you can only sell your Bitcoin, convert it to fiat through, Vanguard, Fidelity. That's the only way you can do it. And if you're not willing to basically dox yourself, we're not going to let you convert it. So, I mean, that Bitcoin could be considered dirty. It won't do anything except sit on the black market if you don't want to
That's
expose
true.
yourself.
Or
I mean, you could
you
always
can
sell it in
make
person, right?
insane fees.
When I bought my first Bitcoin, some dude, I think my brother was in the apartment. Some dude just came over to like my fucking house, and then I gave him the money, and then he transferred it with his laptop. That's how I got
Bro,
my
but who's
first.
going to buy 60K of dirty Bitcoin?
I don't know.
100K. I really think there's going to be two classes. There's
This
going to
guy,
be
I
like
mean, this dude in
Bitcoin.
question was like flying all over the country doing exactly what he did with me on bigger scales.
I know he's sick now. He should have just kept it.
No, he was like a broker.
Oh, for real? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, probably fucking rolling dough. Right? He probably doesn't even like fucking. Dude's probably
But
a
yeah,
billionaire
man,
at this point.
I've been telling people if they want exposure to the crypto market, but they don't absolutely want to buy crypto, then buy like Coinbase. I mean, Coinbase is the custodian for a lot of these NFTs. So if you look at Coinbase's holdings, and I mean, they've been working with the US government. If you think Bitcoin's going to go nuts, all right, buy Coinbase. We'll see what they do. But I mean, there's inherent risk no matter what you invest in. I think the thing is just being diversified.
Abe, what else we got here? We could talk about crypto.
Yeah, man, get us to the next subject.
He's on the phone.
Somebody give us a new topic.
Just getting yelled at right now. You can see the concern on his face.
Hey, LFC, can we talk about the nature of soccer flopping and why that's ingrained in the culture? It honestly makes it unwatchable.
Isn't that like not in Premier League though? Isn't that only like Spanish and like Italian leagues?
A big part of it is number one, it's ingrained in the culture simply because it works. Like that is number one. Number two, to Alpha's point, there's certain countries that breed floppers more than others. So in Europe, you got Italians and Spanish who like to flop, and then anybody from South America is a massive flopper. So just like you got to cheat to win, and that's ingrained. Like you got to remember, a lot of soccer players like they're coming from like really bad places, and they'll do anything they can to make it for their family. So they're out there flopping, they get the calls, and they do it to win. They just don't give a shit.
I mean, I get it, but isn't it kind of ridiculous that the leagues they still like, for example, like the Spanish league, like how many times can you see a blatant hilarious flop and just like be like, oh my god, this is actually like the worst thing on the planet? Like, why don't they just like start adopting a more Premier League approach?
It's not that simple. Like number one, like there's certain players. It's kind of like basketball. Like I honestly, for me, has anybody here watched the NBA playoffs so far?
Yeah,
I just watched the Celtics
ones.
Well, I can like all right. So for me, I can barely watch the NBA anymore because there's a foul every 7 seconds and there's no flow. Like it's a really hard
I
watch,
agree.
and it's just
Yeah.
it's impossible. And like it's not just soccer; it's kind of anything. Like it's the NBA is just out of control.
The replays ruin everything.
Isn't that
Yeah,
is that
game.
hyper regulation to like bias towards like the super teams or what? Like, what's the
They
point of
want
that?
offense. The regs are biased towards offensive play. Like same way the NFL's going, man. Like eventually it tips the scales and it makes the game not as fun. Like
honestly, I think the NFL is still a pretty good product.
But it's.
But what's the new rule that just came out with kickoffs?
The kickoffs, and then like the
everybody up or something.
Like the type of tackle where you like basically ride the player down. I don't know what they call it, but
they call it the hip drop. You can't do the tackle anymore, which is kind of ridiculous because like it's going to be damn near impossible to tackle anybody.
Impossible. Like how are you going to tackle Derrick Henry if you can't hip drop? You know, you like what do? You just hang onto his waist until your teammates come? I mean, it's gonna be hard to watch.
What's going on here? We're on football now. We just.
What was your call about, Abe?
Behind there's been a lot of
what was that?
Bro.
Listen, at the end of
Break that down for us.
That was Sylvester, to be honest. That was Sylvester. There's a lot of things going on in the background.
Do you always announce like if it's a business call? Do you announce business call?
When the stream knows when that ringer.
It's like Kamehameha, except for like
the stream knows when that ringer.
I like that.
When that ringer goes off, everybody knows the deal. Everybody pauses the show. Let's season 1 guys know all about that. You know, we got some things to.
Abe has an imaginary friend named Sylvester Shalom, which he like is totally not Sylvester Stallone, by the way, but Sylvester Shalom that nobody has ever met before, but really totally exists.
Yeah, he's behind the scenes. He used to be the manager. He saw us go viral. He saw us the clips. He saw the Howard interview. He snapped. They loved it. So.
Howard interview.
We had to take some calls and it was quick though. We kind of got him off the line. But as far as everything else, guys, I'm slammed right now, to be honest. So people keep hitting me up about projects, side projects, and they think that I'm gonna I take calls, but at the same time, like I'm swamped. Don't give me any more projects, please. We have enough going on right now.
What are your top 3? Like, what are your top 3 priorities that you're working on right now?
We got the main business is in front. Then we got some things we're launching at the end of May. The stream is a huge focal point of that, and those are the top 3 right now. So. When I'm getting calls, this guy called me yesterday. I had a 30-minute conversation. He wants me to build him a school. I'm like, listen, man, like, I don't know. I don't know what.
He wants you to build him a school.
Yeah, it was the CEO. I'm telling you, the CEO of this company.
Hey, this is
so what wacky people think that you know anything about building?
I gave him.
This was Howard. This had to be Howard that called you.
This was the CEO.
Hold on, man. You got to back up a little bit and give us a little more.
Howard asked you to build him a school.
No, it wasn't Howard. The CEO of his company called me.
How many students? How many rooms? What's the focus?
They wanted me to build them an online school. Now, I've done something like this before for one of my homies, so like we can do it. But what they wanted like so much interaction where it's like how Alpha was on the screen drawing, and they wanted like students to engage with them. I'm like, listen, man, you're asking now for like a $250,000 project. Like, you guys got to know your limits.
Is this like a real estate course?
No. This was targeted towards like I guess it was many different people who are going to be using this, but they sounded like elementary students first, and then it was like more business. It's kind of crazy.
Didn't that article with Howard say that woman stole like millions of dollars from
it wasn't
school grant?
It wasn't Bobo. I made sure it wasn't Bobo. Who is this, Bobo? And then I like almost hung up first.
Bobo?
Yeah.
So wait, so you were like considering putting together a school that's going to take millions from actual kids?
I pointed them in the right direction.
Abe, you're in league with a grown man named Bobo.
No, Bobo's a female. Bobo's a woman. So it wasn't
$1.1 billion from the St. Louis school district.
Yeah, it wasn't Bobo. I made sure it wasn't Bobo.
I'm about to get off of this before you get us all caught up in some type of RICO.
Relax, this guy. We're about a business here at the end of the day. There is no, everybody in here is legit
you can't
professional.
Talk about business and you're about to steal money from young children.
Nobody steal. We don't do that anyway. First of all, you guys inserted that into the dialogue.
We don't do that anymore. So there was a time.
No. You guys inserted that.
I would like to go on record that I'm not related with this gentleman at all.
You guys inserted that.
No business dealing with Abe.
You guys inserted that into this dialogue, guys. I have no relations with any of those people. I got a phone call yesterday. I got a phone call yesterday, and I pointed them in the right direction of what they need to build their platform, and then I kind of let them know.
Wait, so you're admitting to being complicit in this money laundering scheme?
No, I'm not actually. And you guys people are dropping off the calls right now. You guys are tripping right here. But anyways, Yeah, you guys are hilarious. Don't put that on me, you guys. What the fuck's going
uh,
on? I'm about to play the disclaimer again right
He's
now.
the one who
You're
brought it up.
tripping right now. I brought it up because you guys asked me what was going on. I'd let you guys know, you know. But for everybody else who's calling me, asking me to do projects and stuff
Can I
like
get some
that.
background? Like, what's the scamming of the children?
No. Go watch the
background?
Howard interview. Go watch the Howard interview. We
No,
need
I don't
that.
know who that is. I don't know who that is. I don't have the time. Just give me a brief recap, like 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Go watch
Hey,
the
I got
Howard
to jump
interview.
off in a few minutes. Hit me with one more new topic before I jump off. What you got?
I mean, can we? I just want to know who the hell
All right,
Howard is. And, like,
all right. Before we jump off, we're gonna play the fucking video that I've been trying to play for like the longest right now.
Yeah.
And
No, Hey, I'm about to drop, man. It was a good stream.
okay, so don't ask for a
I'm
new
gonna get into
topic.
it.
Don't ask for a new topic then. This guy, just fucking bounce.
Okay, then don't play a video, man. Don't play the video yet.
Guy, bounce. What do you want us to do? Stop.
I need a new topic.
We stopped the show for you. We gave you. I put a Bitcoin on your damn icon. This guy. You wanted to
I
hijack.
actually see that, man.
I told you that we could. I could give you. We're gonna host a whole crypto show. That wasn't gonna be on Alpha Wednesdays. We had 2 other guys who want to join it with you. You said, "Oh, blah blah." These guys are all in the game. We were gonna do it, and you. What did you say? Oh yeah. Just.
I said
maybe.
their size is not my size. Their size is not my
Well,
size.
you
Don't put me in
decided
with
to
a
come on
bunch
Alpha
of-
Wednesday, and you tried to hijack the show with your Bitcoin and all this, and hey, come buy my coin, and you know now I got this ETF. Like, what the fuck's going on? You know?
Listen, bro. You gotta learn how to keep the participants in check. You should have told me just chill out. You're taking calls. You're doing who knows what in the background. I'm gonna run the show.
Unbelievable. So like, you know, before it's hilarious. We actually had.
Play the fucking video. Play the video. Just play it.
Hang on, I
Video.
gotta find the fucking video now, man. You guys, I'm all over the place.
Hey, you gotta get the other dude back on.
You guys are gonna sit here and put me in that BS. That's not over here. We don't play those games.
Tram accident.
So in order for you guys to listen, my mic has to go mute. So this is the way to do this. We're playing the video. The only way we're playing the video.
The country's most popular theme parks is under investigation tonight. It happened Saturday at Universal Studios in Los Angeles. Officials say the tram tilted while making a turn and collided with a metal guardrail. Some people inside fell out. 15 passengers were hurt, with injuries ranging from mild to moderate. Universal Studios is owned by NBC News' parent company.
Man, this isn't the right clip, bro.
What did any of that have to do with what we're talking about?
Absolutely incredible video. A dramatic rescue on I-94 captured on camera. A Brooklyn Park man was one of several bystanders who jumped into action to rescue a motorist who was trapped inside a burning car last night. Fox 9's Maury Glover joins us now from the newsroom with more on his story. It's a good one, Maury.
Well, that Good Samaritan says watching the video is like watching a movie. And thanks to several cameras on his car, we see the tense moments play out before our eyes.
It was just like the scariest moment of my life.
Kadir Tola says he was on his way to visit a couple of clients in St. Paul when he came across a crash moments after it happened.
I saw a car on fire, and then I was like, oh, probably somebody's in there.
The State Patrol says a Honda ran off the road on I-94 near Snelling Avenue, hit a light pole, and burst into flames around 6:30 Thursday evening. Tola was one of several Good Samaritans who pulled over and ran to help.
That could have been me one day, you know? What would happen if I was in that situation and that my life is on the hands of strangers that I don't even know?
Tola says the bystanders tried frantically to get the driver out.
He was saying, pull me out, pull me out, pull me out.
But the door was blocked by the guardrail.
We could crack the door a little bit, you know, give him a little air.
As the flames kept inching closer and closer.
It was actually smacking us on our face, but we just jumping back.
At one point, Tola grabbed a piece of plastic from the side of the road and tried to break the window to no avail. Eventually, a highway helper smashed the glass, and the bystanders were able to pull the man to safety just in the nick of time.
Right after we got him out, the fire started going inside the car from the driver's side. And then, I mean, I wish you could hear the sound that when the tires going off, it feels like, you know, you watch like a action movie. But I'm glad he got out on time. So.
Tola says it wasn't until later he realized
I think we
the
get the
cameras
point,
on his
dude.
car had captured the entire experience, and he is grateful he was able to lend a helping hand to someone in need.
This is something that I will never forget, you know. I will always remember this.
You guys been to Minneapolis in like the last 5 or 6 years? Because it's like all Somalians, so it's so funny that of course it was a Somalian.
It's like all Somalians look exactly the same, which is the funniest part.
You know a Somalian from a mile away. They look exactly the same.
Hey, so
All right,
man.
so here's so Robinson. Before you get off, the question of the question
Hey,
of the night. Hang on, the question of the night is: are you a concerned
Okay.
citizen?
So,
Would you
and
stop?
basically, Abe is acting. Would you bother to get out of your car to help a person trapped in a burning car? That's literally
Bro,
what Abe's acting. To Abe, that's like an
definitely.
abstract concept, but to like any normal person, I think like they'd probably stop.
Of course, man. Why wouldn't you?
Because we're talking about Abe here, which is like literally the most self-centered, like self-interested person on the planet.
Now, let me say this. Like, in today's world, you got to be careful. Like, say you see a car stopped on the side of the road and they look like they have a flat tire or something like that. Like, if
I'm not stopping for the flat tire.
if the dude looks like he can change his own tire or something like
that's
that, I
M-Dot.
probably would.
That's
You know,
M-Dot.
it's like
Dub.
you
People are
could get set up real easy like that. But if there's a car literally on fire and you know it's not a setup, of course, man.
Man, if I look at a fucking car and I see like somebody trapped in a fucking burning vehicle, of course I'm gonna stop. Like, what the hell? Because
Yeah,
like
hey,
let somebody die in front of you.
Hey, what are you saying? You wouldn't stop?
No, Abe is the question because like he's like, man, I don't know, I got something to do.
I'm
I don't
asking.
know if I got time for all
The
that.
question is: are you a concerned citizen? Like you know, do you go out of your way to help others? Like if you see someone in need, will you go help them? Ole Do It obviously said if on the circumstance if somebody has a flat tire, he's afraid that this is a setup. He's not going to stop. So he's
No.
not that
I said I would
concerned.
think
He's
about it.
not that concerned about what's going on with the citizens. So now he has paranoia in his brain because he might get hijacked X, Y, and Z. So he's not going to stop. Sure, yeah, if you see a car on fire and everybody's helping, you see the masses helping, yeah, you're going to stop and join the party too. But is that what it takes? Seeing a group of people help another person? Are you helping that person? Are you just joining the crowd? Like, so is it still considered like, are you helping a citizen?
So are you saying that only the first guy was a concerned citizen, that everybody else was just kind of like, hopping in on the bandwagon and trying to get,
This opened up the conversation. Robinson, I mean, Ole Do It. Do you know?
Yeah, for sure.
You know your neighbor? Both of them or just one of them?
Both of them.
Do you keep your eye out on them?
Like, if they needed something, yeah.
No, do you keep your, like, what if they got some stuff going on? Like, what if they, what if some weird cars start pulling up?
Bro, not only do I know my neighbors, I know the exact people that walk by my house at the times that they should walk by. And if anything was acting crazy or looking crazy, I'd help out.
No, will you report them to the police? Would you call and say, hey, my neighbors, there's something going on over here. There's, they got some weird cars. Just check them out. Do a quick wellness check. Knock on their door a little bit.
Like, would I make sure that they're safe?
Or will you make sure that they're keeping the world safe?
Are you saying like if Ole Do It saw his neighbor's door was open and no cars in the driveway, would he go up and check in on him?
This is such a mundane topic because like, it's only interesting to Abe. It's not interesting to like non-sociopaths.
I mean, yeah, dude, that's like common sense. Wouldn't you want that for your house?
Yeah, I would hope so.
I would definitely want that. I think the takeaway is, though, that you just got to be a little more careful in today's world than you have been, because there's been people that got set up like that. But yeah, I mean, your neighbors, you know them, like their routines and stuff. So
well,
all right,
I'm get out of here. Leave the room.
Greatest host ever.
Man, don't boot me from the stream, man. Come on, this is my first stream.
Congratulations. Welcome to the stream, man. I expect everything that I thought was going to happen went down when you joined the stream. Completely hijacked it, and you made it your own show. I appreciate you coming by, though. Thank you.
All right, next topic.
All right. Okay, well, I'll give you guys. I'm whatever. Nobody. Alpha hates every topic that I have. It's hilarious. He absolutely hates them.
I don't hate every topic.
It's okay. It's all right.
just, like,
No problem.
Abe, you probably could have just made this a little bit more nuanced. This was just so like flat and basic. Like,
I mean, what do you want to talk about, Abe?
Are you a snitch? That's what a concerned citizen is. He's a snitch. He's a rat. That was the MO. Did you see? Did you catch that drift?
So the people that saved that guy from the burning car are snitches.
That was the opening. That was the opening to the segue to what we were really going on. That was a kind of like, oh yeah, of course I will. Yeah, I will definitely do it. And then
again, only Abe's mind could make these connections.
Wait,
like no normal person could do it.
I don't think you guys realize, like, this whole thing was intended for us to talk our way into the fact that Concerned
You guys are all
citizens
rats.
snitches.
You guys are all snakes.
Exactly.
I'm just
Yeah,
letting the chat know. Watch out for
You
these
thought he was
guys.
gonna have, you thought he was gonna
What
have
you
this
have
big
to
aha
understand, though,
moment at the end.
once
Like,
you're a
oh,
productive
see?
member of society, your neighbors aren't people that you would need to snitch on. They're like people that like get up and go to work, or they have children, or they're elderly. Like, what am I gonna snitch on them for? Oh no, little Martha parked her car with two wheels on the grass. Let me cut his leaf. Like, oh no, the cookies that they made me were burnt. I mean, they're not people that would really like you would need to snitch on them for anything.
Then
Abe, can you make the connection between saving somebody from a burning car and snitch? Walk me through it.
That's what he wanted us to do. He wanted to steer the conversation.
I know, but it's like literally impossible if you have like a normal brain. Like, how can you? But I want that's why I want Abe to define it, because I don't know how that works.
because it goes from concerned citizen to good Samaritan to now I'm calling the local hotline
What's the difference?
to report silent observer.
Okay.
Have you ever called silent
Okay, what's
observer, Alpha? Have you ever called silent observer?
I have no. What is that?
Just checking in, making sure that you know.
Hey, yo,
What if somebody? What if you know somebody who got killed, for example? Like, and then like you knew who killed the person? Would you call silent observer?
Absolutely, that's not snitching.
Or was that? Or,
That's putting somebody behind bars who deserves to be behind bars. Yes, that's not snitching.
Well, wouldn't you argue that most people that break the law and commit crimes deserve to be behind bars, or do you think there are some crimes that you shouldn't be arrested for?
I'll plead the fifth for that one, Robinson. I mean, Ole, do it. Sounds like you're trying to trap me. Sounds like I might get a phone call, knock on the door.
Well, I mean, that's a serious question. Like,
no, I mean, you have freedom of speech. You can speak your mind. Like, do you disagree with any of the laws that are?
Abe always takes the side of the person breaking the law. Like, I've never actually seen him take the law side on anything.
Unless it's like, unless it aligns with this like weird right wing mentality that he has.
Did you guys see the Andrew
would
Tate?
you consider yourself a right winger or a left winger?
Who? Me?
For Abe.
Oh, Abe.
What am I right? I'm neither. I don't know. I'm too dyslexic to know.
Abe is a small business owner, and so like by his material circumstances, he has to be right wing.
I don't know.
Which one is right wing? Republican or Democrat? Just say Republican or Democrat, bro.
Republicans are
Trump or Biden.
Why don't people just say that? Why right wing, left wing? Fuck that, bro. Why are you always going to add labels? It's too confusing. Like, just say Republican or Democrat.
Republican, Democrats.
I joined the Republican Party 3 years ago.
No.
As of 2 months ago, I'm back on the Democratic Party. They got me. Alpha swayed me back. I'm back in, and that's where we're standing right now. So I'm back on the Democratic Party.
I'm not a part of the Democratic Party.
I thought you were uncommitted.
Yeah, you're just uncommitted.
Well, I have to pick right or left. There wasn't a middle option, so I just, what can I do?
Yeah, but what swayed you back towards left?
Alpha did. All right.
Interesting. So,
all right.
Abe, did you see the Andrew Tate tweet today about
I missed it.
having sex?
Oh, I'm gonna pull it up.
Pull it up.
You did not miss it. I'm sure I saw it.
I'm gonna put it on the screen. I really didn't.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna jump off. I'm gonna
all right,
try to make
all right,
the
man.
Wednesday
Thanks for coming on, bro. Thanks for coming on.
All right, y'all. Hey, yo, hey.
What's going on?
Don't put any clips of me on the internet.
I mean, you ran the show. You're about to have the bots make the clips. I don't even make the clips. So you just sign yourself up for a whole bunch of crypto. I'm gonna tag you in it. Hey, hit this guy up.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna get at you.
All right, Andrew Tate.
What is this? What is this tweet? There's so many tweets.
It's the one about having sex is gay.
I'm watching.
Huh, okay. Interesting perspective.
Which one? This is the right one. I don't see it.
Sex is for making children. Any man who has sex with women because it feels good is gay. Oh, my pee feels good. This is great. In fact, if you are 40 with less than 5 children, you're probably gay. All that feel good pee sex and hardly any genetic legacy.
That's the tweet.
He's engagement farming.
Where is that one? I'm trying.
I think he deleted it.
No, it's not. He posted it 17 hours ago. I'll post the screen cap in the chat.
I group texted it to you. Yes.
Oh.
It's got to be on the iPhone one. I don't have that. All right.
It's on the iPhone.
So Abe can put it up on the screen if you want. Here, I put it in general.
No, I'm just gonna put it up here.
If you are 40 with less than 5 children, you are probably gay. Like, this guy believes that most of humanity is like everybody outside of like sub-Saharan Africa is gay, basically.
It's freaking.
But this is just engagement farming, right? He's saying outrageous stuff so that people will comment, click, all that stuff, so he can make more money. Because that's how it works on. That's how it works on Twitter now. It's gotta be, right?
How
You
do you
say something
feel?
ridiculous, everybody gets mad at you.
Yeah, but
I,
how much could he actually make on that? Is he that broke?
I don't. The dude's probably not as rich as he claims to be.
I mean, they took a lot of his assets. I mean, this guy has bread coming in, bro. Don't listen to these guys. I mean, they just.
Because he says he does. He has Lambos and stuff.
Okay, let's go here. Let's. Yeah, I don't know about this one. I don't know. There's a lot. I don't know what. Maybe it is engagement farming. I don't know. Like maybe he's just trying. Yeah, I think it's all about clickbait, bro. It's all about getting people mad. Like all these rappers right now are beefing just to like when they heard country was getting ready to be like poppin' and all this. I think all the rappers said, you know what? Let's all start dissing each other.
Yeah, I mean, it drives sales. Like, they started beefing. I mean, they've been doing it for years, you remember? Remember, like, that? Remember when, like, 50 Cent would release an album and he'd just go out and start dissing everybody? Like, right before it dropped?
Yeah, but, like, this is kind of like, I don't know. This one, I heard that there's two different theories of why all the rappers are dissing each other. It's because that one is the one I made up, but I heard they were using this to like test AI. Like this was like an AI test to see what, because I guess Drake made a song with AI and everybody was saying, oh, these aren't real songs, these are all AI. Then rappers are saying their songs are AI. I think they were just using that to like test like the AI legitimacy, like if like in court or something. Like or why like the AI is it's going to be a problem in the music industry. That's what I think.
I mean, yeah, for established artists, but
I think people just really don't like Drake in the industry.
I think Drake's persona is not like what he depicts himself as in his rapping, right? Like, he's like much different from portrays himself. Like he's way more like business like.
Let me see. I don't know. Drake's ran the game for too long. He should have stopped rapping. In my opinion, he should have stopped rapping 5-6 years. 5 years ago, 6 years ago, and then he should have did what like Kanye did and like did acting or did a different job, so something completely different. So
Kanye does acting.
I mean, like take over another industry. You know, he had his acting career in the background. I just think he didn't want to.
Kanye's career is on like a really weird path.
Kanye,
I don't know where he goes from.
Kanye's the most influential artist since Michael Jackson. I mean, at the end of the day, there's not too many people who can take over two industries and not just dominate them, be more influential than any other person in that industry, like in the modern era. So, like, he went in fashion, made everybody change their clothes.
He had like successful shoes, but like aside from
no. He had very successful like clothing as well. He influenced a lot of the top designers. He influenced a lot of their clothes. But people think that Kim Kardashian is the reason why girls dress in all these sweats and shit. It's because of Kanye. He dressed the Kardashians for the past 15 years. So just look, if you ever see like the Scott Disick guy on the show, all he used to wear is suits every day. And when he met Kanye, his entire wardrobe changed to sweats. He went to like bum couture. Like Drake. So the point is, Drake should have, in my opinion, he should have just stopped rapping for like 5 years and went and did something else. Let people miss you, then come back. But he just loves the like being the man, and apparently behind the scenes, like Drake's just like shysty with people, like kind of a snake.
Not everyone could like. Thing with Kanye is he was incredibly talented in many different facets. Like Drake is a good artist. I just don't know if he's got that same level as Kanye does to transcend different industries.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else he does, honestly, other than make music. He doesn't act. He doesn't he doesn't do anything but make music, which maybe that's all he wants.
But he used to act in Degrassi. He came in his like artist portfolio. He came in originally from being an actor. So I figured I figured he was gonna switch back to be, and he did SNL and he did pretty good on those. I figured he was gonna like, okay, let me transition to the acting realm and just try to pop off there. But maybe he does that. He's not as big. He's an okay actor. He's not as big, or people can't see past that he's Drake, which is another tough thing to do. So, it's just like, it could be one of those situations. But then again, who knows? Like, at the end of the day, if you're the man in the rap world, which is basically pop, then, why stop doing that? And nobody's been able to dethrone him, and nobody's been able to, whenever he drops, he's like the Taylor Swift of males.
The Taylor Swift of males. That was a good one. I think Taylor Swift, honestly, she's like basically a cult figure at this point.
And I heard they're all beefing over bitches. Like, they're all beefing over like women. Like, that's what I heard when it comes down to it. But let's go here. All right, let's fly to the TikTok. See, we should have done these, because when we had the big panel, it would have been a little bit. Let me see. Austin taking a break. Okay. The TikTok got banned officially, right? Last night. They passed it on Saturday, and then I think they got voted for, so they got out of here last night, I believe. So TikTok in the next 6 months will be either sold, or if it's not sold, it'll be off the U.S. market. So it's going to be a 6 month wave of either them trying to buy, trying to get bought by someone.
It's
And
crazy what they'll do for Israel. You know, it's like basically,
yeah,
they will pull out every single stop possible for Israel.
I feel you, but let's try to keep this. We're on YouTube right now. Let's try to keep it. The topics were specifically targeted, so we don't like.
We're your algorithm, so we can't talk about what we want to talk about.
We can talk about whatever we do. What you want.
Go ahead. Your algorithm.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go the reins. Go for it.
The TikTok thing, 100% because of Israel. Like it's very matter of fact. So there's no other. That's like the thing to talk about.
They're mad that like basically a bunch of people could access news unfiltered, and they want it regulated the way that Twitter is regulated. They want somebody out there that can be dog walked the way that they dog walked Elon Musk. They want Mark Zuckerberg, who doesn't need to be dog walked because he's gonna do it for free. That's what they want. So that's why they're shutting down TikTok. And I'm kind of curious like what the aftershock is gonna be of this, because like what's China gonna do?
That's what I'm trying to say. Is China now
forced to sell one of China's most influential companies? So like what are they gonna do with the U.S. brand now? You know what I mean? Is it trade war part 3, part 2, or whatever?
Yeah, it's going to be a very, very interesting. It's a very good question. It's a very interesting chain of events that's going to happen. And if it's for what you guys are saying, then now is China going to get involved in the world affairs when it comes down to the, in that war in that region right there?
I don't think they're going to get involved directly in like warfare or anything like that.
If they can pinpoint to the claims of what you guys are saying of why this got banned, then there's no reason for them to not, because in reality is this was their first ever like successful tech social platform that they put out that was like competing with all 4 of the FANG company was competing with everybody. So it came in the game, and I just competed with them and started dominating the charts, started dominating them. It took so much ad revenue from all the companies, took sales from all the companies, took user time from all the companies. And in my opinion, I think that for them, that's a successful accomplishment. For you to say, okay, now you're off of it, even though TikTok, let's not forget, guys, it's huge all over. It's a global platform. Do they care about the 350 Americans who aren't going to be able to use it anymore? It's still
350 Americans.
350 million Americans.
350 million. Oh.
Do they care about those?
No, it's all about controlling narratives. Like at the end of the day, there's nobody they can kick it up to and be like, hey, stop putting pro-Palestinian content on your feed for everybody to see. So the funny thing is though, it's like if you look at across every social media platform, if you look at like the discrepancy in like support for Palestine versus support for Israel, the same support for Palestine and like raw numbers exists across every social media site. It's just like the curated content. Like if you go on Twitter and you go to your For You page, okay, 99, like probably like 70% of your curated content will be like Zionist stuff that you don't even want to see, and then the other like 30% will be the stuff that you want to see. So it's basically unusable at this point because it's just trash that you just like don't want, and that's what they want. They want algorithms that curate content that push like these like Zionist narratives directly to your feed to try to influence the public opinion. Yeah, well, I guess we'll see. I think it's stupid, but stupid people run this country. And
yeah, but the question is now is like how does TikTok get bought? And then it's like, does it work if it's bought? And I don't think it can work being bought because of like what is banned? What are they banning? I'm pretty sure they're banning the algorithm that TikTok is based off of. And I don't
want to ban the fact owned by the Chinese and that they can't regulate the content because the owners are Chinese, so they can't bend to their will and moderate content for them. Okay. And that they want the guys under the fact that the Chinese can take your data. Like Google doesn't have everybody's data like on a multiple of 10 versus what TikTok has.
Right. So I don't know but the problem of banning TikTok is I'm pretty sure the ban is like their algorithm is like, so if someone buys TikTok, whoever's going to buy TikTok, number one, it's a humongous buy. And there's not going to be one company who's going to be able to do it. And then now when you're rebuilding it, you have to rebuild TikTok with a new algorithm that has to be approved by the US Congress. And And that at that point, I don't know if TikTok's going to be TikTok or if it's going to be, why would I buy it? If I what's
The Congress is not approving algorithms, so what's going to happen is they're going to sell the company, and part of the assets of the company is the code and the infrastructure that hosts the site. All right, and then at least the people, the donors, the donors of the people in Congress are probably going to be the ones to orchestrate the purchase of TikTok, and they will be. And then it's not really even about Congress; it's about the Congress's donors. If they're happy, then the politicians don't move. All these people are just bought. Okay, you look at the Congress up and down; they're all bought and paid for. That's the thing. So like these people don't have an agenda independent of the people who are standing behind them, paying them off. So they're just shells. These people don't stand for anything at the end of the day. That's the problem.
Yeah, but you say code. I say we're speaking of code, I'm saying algorithm is code. So you're buying the code, which has to be changed. So you can't use,
Okay, nobody in Congress knows anything about coding. They just want to see different ownership so that when the people who give money to the U.S. government, to the politicians of the U.S. government, there is somebody that they can bully at the top to do content regulation, because right now there's not.
Yeah,
they're really upset.
I gotta hop off. I'll see you guys.
All right. Thanks for joining. But the issue is that I don't see that. I just don't see. Well, I just don't see somebody being able to take TikTok but I don't think you can sell TikTok. That's the thing. I don't think you can sell it. It'd be too hard of a sale for somebody to take it and change it up. Because if you ban TikTok from being used in the US, okay, you ban something inside of TikTok, okay, and it's not just how do you regulate something? It's through the code, and through the content that you see. So what part of the code are they gonna have to switch and change to make the approval for them to say it's okay? Because
literally all they're looking for is more pro-Israel stuff on the platform and less pro-Palestinian stuff. That's what they want. That's all they're looking for. So if the content curators or whoever it is that whoever it is, whether it's an algorithm or it's a curator that's responsible for what gets pushed to the feed, that's what they want, and what they want at the end of the day. That's the end result that they want. They want the pro-Israel perspective to not be drowned out by the pro-Palestinian perspective, which in a state of nature, a free market type of free marketplace of ideas kind of thing, the pro-Palestinian narrative will always beat the Israeli narrative. Like 9 times out of 10. There's no world on an even playing field where the Israeli narrative can compete, which is why they have to do crazy shit like force the sale of like the biggest social media company in the world.
Of the U.S. sector, I don't think they can buy. They're not going to be selling TikTok as a whole. I don't think the sale is going to go through. Maybe you're right about the reason of why. Maybe they're just trying to pause it and really push the brakes on them, because once it gets to market to try to sell, I just don't see it being sold. I don't see somebody paying, the whatever X dollar it's going to be worth. It's a lot of money, bro. If Elon bought Twitter for what, 30 billion, I would say that TikTok is worth probably 100 but TikTok, you'll be buying it only to be used in the US. You can't use TikTok. I don't know, man. You can't use TikTok. You can't use the TikTok overseas. Maybe the name will have to change. This is probably the end of TikTok, or this is like a stall to try to bully them to really change up their content or change up the algorithm. But all the articles, all the media, they're saying it's just for China for the data. Nothing is saying about the censorship of the war that's going on. So, but it's funny that now all of a sudden they've been talking about this for 4 years, and now all of a sudden when this conflict's happening, it's going to get banned, and it gets passed to get banned. So, I might
because Israel's in big trouble this time. Like Israel, I don't know at this point. Like you look 5-10 years down the line, like this country realistically not this country, United States, but Israel itself, does it realistically have a future? I don't know if that's the case. So they're putting out all the stops that they possibly can to try and prop up this like insane liability for the United States. Honestly, this just like this grotesque like piece of shit country. That's what they're trying to do. So they're pulling out every single stop. They're burning every single bridge. They're going basically full thermonuclear without actually launching the weapons, but in a metaphorical sense. But maybe that's next.
I hope
like
not.
every single favor that they could possibly ask for is now being called in because they're on the ropes. So I don't know, like basically like international pariah, zero deterrence capacity in a region where everybody hates them. I don't know. It's I don't know where they go. So basically, the either Israel collapses or this country gets exponentially more insane because they have to basically accept this crazy country as being normal, and all that does is just make America more insane when that happens. Like when you have to accept insanity as being normal, that just all that does is just make you insane. I mean, look at all these college campus protests right now. You know what I mean? These are people that they have the ability to protest. They're young, they're idealistic and all that stuff, and they're all protesting in droves on college campuses, like not backing down, even though that they keep sending the police after them, all that other stuff. Like this is like the extent to which people are rejecting this narrative and like this agenda. It's gonna just continue to grow, in my opinion, too. That's where you should go. You should go do a live stream on Columbia University campus, Abe. Get on a short flight to New York City.
Listen, there's ways
get a
to
weekend, get a weekend hotel and just live stream.
Like I said, we're not doing what everybody else is doing. I don't want to. Maybe we'll get some views.
Nobody's doing
that. But like that's something that somebody who needs views, who wants views. We're not really like actively like we want the views, of course. But at the same time, it's not like we're gonna go.
Not about the views.
Dude. We're not farming. We're not really farming like that. We're not farming other people.
Dude, you're the guy that's like literally trying to keep things constrained to certain topics for the algorithm.
Well, yeah, because at the end of the day, when like we're doing all this work to get this popping and to get it going, the last thing I'm gonna need is for people to take our words and manipulate what we're saying the wrong way. That's the only reason.
Who gives a fuck? One. Who cares if people manipulate and take things the wrong way in this point in time? Honestly, if that's the game that you're playing in this day and age and what's going on right now in the world, you're just a piece of shit. You're just a piece of shit, and like you don't like I don't know what else to tell you.
Yeah, but it's about like adapting, and it's like I don't make the rules. Like I'm not gonna sit here and I don't have my own platform. Man, we can get our .com up and we can put the videos on there. Go watch them on there. I understand hosting and hosting fees and how big those projects are and things like that. Like I'm not sitting, like I said, I'm not a free speech warrior over here. I'm not sitting here saying I want to say whatever I want. If I'm on these platforms and I'm using their services, at the end of the day, there's a level of like, if this is how they play, then we'll play that game, but I'm not gonna sit here and try to like, all these guys who freaking did that, they lasted not even a year. They're all banned and they're all butthurt and they're all crying about it. There's a girl, her name is Pearl, just Pearl. This bitch thought she was, was just saying the most random things, the most crazy things, just because she was a woman saying what men say on the internet and it was working for her. And like she just ran with it and got banned. And then she tried to appeal, doing all this, made this crying video, and it's just like, bro, why are you doing this? And you were standing up for your I'm a free speech, I'm this, that, don't back down. If you're going to be about it, be about it. So I told you guys since day one, like, we're not really like, we're not the free speech warriors here. But we can say what we want. But at the end of the day, it's kind of like.
You didn't address anything I said, but yeah. Okay.
I get what you're saying, man. I get what you're saying. We can have the free reigns to go crazy and do all that. That's fine. But and like I said, we have all these topics. It's not, we're not hiding away from. We're not shying away from it. But I don't want to be.
Hey, you gotta get out. You gotta get out in the streets and then support Palestine, and also live stream it so other people can see. So you're doing a service for other people, and on top of that, you also help your stream.
We've had many streams. We've had many streams in support of Palestine. We've had many. We had during Ramadan. We did a lot of different things.
Yeah, so what?
We've had many conversations about it. We're not afraid of the topic. I'm not afraid of the topic. We're not saying I'm afraid. I'm not afraid. But I'm saying is like.
I didn't say you were.
This
was you were afraid of it.
I'm just saying, but this was like we didn't want to like even like on the conversation on the Alpha Wednesday. It's politics. It's news and trending topics and things like that's fine. But there's also like another component to it of just us talking shit, and that's why there's some of the like are you concerned citizen topic, and there's things that are really like more neutral playing field. So
just go to Columbia. It'll be good for your stream. Trust me, it's lit.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do. Maybe we'll.
I mean, that's what like a lot of your competition, a lot of your ops out there that do streaming. That's what they do. They just like go to like these like hot hopping places and just see what's going on there. And a lot of people tune in for that.
Man, they're saying the stream's really really choppy right now. Every 3 seconds, it's like something's going on with it.
Check your internet.
I don't know, man. This is gonna suck if we just did this whole show and it was chopped up. I blew the beginning again. I can't believe that. It's fucking annoying, but whatever. Let's see. The alert was sent 3 minutes ago. They're saying the stream is choppy.
I mean, I'll turn your Can you just watch your own stream? I'll turn your. Can you just watch? Who's saying his stream is choppy?
Maybe it's his internet.
I'm looking
I
at
don't
your
know.
stream on Twitch. Yeah, I'm looking at your Twitch right now, and it's not choppy at all. So
The
yeah,
chat's
it's probably
called
on their
the
end.
chat's saying I look like Scarface right now. By the way, we're doing 30 outfits, 30 streams to end the season. So I think we're on like number 3 or something like that, 3 or 4 outfit. Can't remember, but yeah, we're doing 30 outfits, 30 streams. I don't know. Maybe whoever just said that in the chat, maybe that's just your internet. We'll watch the rebroadcast and see what's going on with it. You know, we just tested it. It looks good.
The internet is completely fine. Trust me. Or your stream is completely fine. I don't know what that person's talking about.
All right. So you're not watching Shogun. We are on episode 2. What do you think so far?
But I'm only on episode 2.
What do you think of the first 2?
I don't like the way that I hate the way that the show is shot. Some scenes, like where they do this like weird fisheye lens thing where it's like, I don't know, I think that's kind of weird. I don't know if it's a decent show, I guess. It seems like they're trying to be Game of Thrones a little bit too hard though. I wish it was kind of just take its own identity.
I believe that's how when it first started, I believe they kind of did that. I think for the story to get people to tune in, but overall when you watch it, it's completely different. And like I said, you kind of have to watch it and tune in, because when you watch the whole thing, it's we'll do a recap towards the end of the when you finish it. We'll do a recap maybe by the end of next week or whatever, you might be done. So maybe not next week, but 2 weeks. We'll do it, and then I think I might rewatch a couple episodes. They're definitely rewatchable. And the ending is good. Like the ending is, I won't say anything, but we'll just kind of leave it there, and then we can talk about the ending, because it's different than what it's different than what you want, right? That's in my opinion. When you're watching a show, you know, it's different than what you kind of expect out of a show.
I've been watching this show on Netflix called Little Reindeer. Pretty interesting. You should probably give that a shot too.
Little Reindeer. I'll look into it.
Yeah, it's just like a Netflix show.
What's it about?
Like this comedian in London that is being stalked by a woman. It's an interesting show.
I'll check it out. Did you watch Fallout?
No, because there's Michael Rappaport in it.
Man, he died. I told you guys, he dies immediately.
The fact that he got even sent out of that show means that I'm not watching it.
Yeah, I don't like Michael Rappaport, to be honest, either. So your schedule's gonna open up here how so far the stream's been going good. You know, I said this was gonna be like an 18 episode season. I think if we officially have maybe 15, we're gonna go a little bit more than the 18, but we probably have like I want to say after tonight we'll have like maybe 14 or 15, plus the 4 more Alpha Wednesdays that we'll do, and then we're gonna do a couple more shows in between, and then so are you gonna free up a little bit here the end of the season, the last month?
Yeah, I mean starting May 5th, my evenings are a little bit more open during the week, but all my weekends are still kind of accounted for. We got a lot of stuff going on.
All right, yeah, maybe
because we're fixing up my new house and all other stuff. So
yeah, you're gonna be slammed.
It's just like
that.
a lot.
So you moved into it. You're like living in it.
Officially, we'll start living in it on Saturday.
Where are you living now? You sold your house, but you're not out of it.
Yeah, it's under contract, but it's not sold. It's not like we haven't changed hands yet, so the deal isn't closed.
Yeah,
but the deposit's down, and we have a signing day, so just waiting for all the paperwork, and that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Have you been gaming anything?
We're getting there. Tonight I haven't. No.
Oh.
But no, I haven't. Like past 2-3 days, I've just been slammed with after school stuff and not after school, but after work stuff. And like I was in the house earlier today, just moving shit for cleanup, and it's just a lot, man. Like we tore up the floor, tore down like paneling on the wall, changed out all the toilets, painting right now. There's just so much going on, dude. It's a war zone in there for sure. Oh, it's gonna be like that for a while. Probably like a number of weeks until it's like up and running. Then we gotta get adjusted to the new neighborhood and all that other shit. So
you gonna meet your neighbors?
My wife has, but I have really no interest in talking to them.
Yeah, we gotta get you. You've been very anti-humanity. You sound like one of these little kids, bro. Some of these kids, that's what they say. They say that they don't like either. They don't like anybody. They fucking hate everything.
No, I mean I like people. I just don't want to get to know people too close. I don't want them I don't know.
You're afraid they might, call the cops on you or something, call the feds on you?
No, I don't care about that. I just don't I'm just not. I don't think I would share a lot in common with my neighbors on a personal level, and Yeah, I mean, there's probably like an element like I can't really be real with them and stuff because I don't know them like that, and plus like probably because I come from like super different background from them. So yeah, I mean, I try to keep these kinds of people at arm's length. I just like don't want to get too close to them. So, but I don't know. I don't. Maybe they end up being pretty nice people, but for the most part, I try not to get too close to people who are way different from me. So usually it just doesn't end well. So, but yeah, I have no real interest in documenting.
Sounds like you gotta unload some trauma, bro. You gotta unload some trauma.
It's not even trauma. No, it's not even trauma. It's just like I don't want to waste my time. I'm too busy. That's the thing. Like I got too much shit going on.
I feel that, bro. I feel that. I'm slammed right now. So I'm on the same wavelength, man. To be honest, I'm on the same fucking wavelength at the end of the day. People think they always hit. They're always saying, "Yo, you're only hitting me up about the stream." I'm like, of course. The fuck else I'm gonna hit you up for? You want to watch the game? Fuck no. I want to watch the game with you. Like, oh, you're just trying to use me for the stream. No, fuck that. If you want to get on, you can get on. If you want to talk to me, you can talk to me on here. Besides that, I don't know. Like, what do you want? We can catch up for what? Well, what do we can catch up. We can do it on the stream too. But when I invite people on the stream, they think I'm like trying to use them and X, Y, and Z. I think from all the ghosting. You know, we had a great panel today. You know, a lot of people they're going to be tuning in more to Alpha Wednesdays, coming in and out. Some of those guys they were here specifically for Shogun. You know, we didn't get there. You know, so like, I told them, you know, Alpha Wednesdays it's a very unpredictable show. Like, you know, and anything can happen. Type stuff. So maybe next week when people are caught up and stuff like that, somebody sent me a long paragraphs of all their thoughts on the Shogun and all their points. I'm like, okay, cool.
Was that Mike?
No, it was the guy from Houston who came on. Who stopped the show to ask a question, and he built up the question to ask, I don't know what you guys are talking about. That was his question. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Oh, that dude.
What a fucking question that was, guys.
Oh, the real estate guy.
Yeah, we had like 3 real estate guys on here. Literally tonight. That was it was on accident that happened, but I wish we caught the beginning of the freaking stream, and that really annoyed me, like super annoyed, because we had everything going. I turned down the mic in the beginning when I was testing something, and I forgot to turn it back up. Like, shit happens, but I think now, like, you know, it's I've made every mistake 7 different times that I feel like now it's like I keep making it. I just gotta retire. I need like a Jamie. You know how Joe Rogan has Jamie? I need one of those guys to be in the room with me, like, you know, doing all that shit.
I think you should probably just figure it out on your own.
I have figured it out on my own.
It's complicated.
I figured it out on my own. It took us 700 different tries.
Well, on that note, Abe, I gotta log off.
All right, man. Good Alpha Wednesday, another one of the books. You know, we're gonna chop this up. We're gonna put this out probably tomorrow, hopefully. Until the next episode, you know, we got you. If you're free the next couple of days, you want to do a stream, let me know. We'll pop it in.
Probably won't be free until after May 5th, but we'll see.
All right. You can slide a little bit. All right, no problem. All right, man. All right, we're about to wrap it up. You know, Alpha Wednesday, we did it again, episode 9. The stream's hot right now. We're rolling. We're rocking. We're gonna do the chat's blowing up for Warzone. They wanted us to jump on the Warzone, so we're gonna jump on the Warzone. What we're gonna do now is we're doing the 30 streams, 30 outfits. So I have to get the bigger camera up so we get the outfit. I gotta figure out which one the camera is. Hang on. We gotta fix the camera, man. Well, I gotta fix the camera. I don't know why it's like this. It's not like this is a $2,000 camera. The fact that it's kind of blurry. It's like the iPhone camera sometimes looks better. You know, I don't know, man. The streaming shit. All right, we're gonna end this stream right now. We're gonna jump into the war zone, and then we'll see you guys in a little bit.